It's my very first show, live and in person. We got a very special guest, and he's from the West Coast, from the Bay Area. None other than legendary Spice One. Spice, welcome to the show, and thank you for blessing the platform, brother.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate everything, man. Appreciate being on the show.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, if we're ready to get into it, we can dive right into it.
Okay, shit, let's
So,
go.
all the people that don't really know about you, and all the people that are actually joining the platform today, can you just kind of tell us how you got started?
Well, I got started, just kind of writing rhymes, and it was a different thing back in the day. We didn't have internet or nothing, so we just kind of had to walk around rapping to people, and passing out tapes and CDs in hopes that it catch on to the mass hip hop audience. For it actually did, and that was a plus for me. You know what I'm saying? Opening up for NWA, I did a song, did some music with Too Short when I was like 16. Opened up for NWA around 16, 17. And by like 21, maybe 20, by the time I was 20 years old, I signed my first deal with Triad Records. And we dropped 187 Proof, and it went, it blew up. When the song blew up, it did really good in a lot of countries and states or whatever. Everybody was just kind of feeling it. And then, Jive came along, and, and next thing you know, I dropped my first album on Jive, and we do 1 million copies with me on there by myself. No features, no well-known producers at that time. The producers at that time, they were made well-known through my music, through that album. Shout out to EA Ski and Ann Banks. They did a great job and really helped me out a lot on the album with their music, man. I don't think it would have went the way it went if it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying?
Your journey, you gotta. It's always, good to have people helping you on your journey. That's a testament to anybody that got
Yeah,
into the music
yeah,
business.
man. Yeah, and you can't forget them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta speak on them when it's time. A lot of people get help in this game, and they don't want to. They don't want to say, oh, this dude helped me or that dude helped me. They want to, oh, I did everything by myself. I did everything. Sometimes it's people that if it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't have got to that position. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That is exactly that's facts.
And even if you was gonna get to that position, what is a man not telling his story or saying, hey, I did help this guy do this, or I did help this guy do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, no, it's only right that you give a man his flowers, man. It's his due flowers while he's here, and not waiting to go on, and not trying to take recognition for somebody else's hard work too.
Yeah, and they do that a lot, man. So and like I said, I'm not gonna sit back and just say it was just me. 187 Proof and Welcome to the Ghetto. I actually made the beats to those. I had to take them to Ant Banks for him to mix and master that shit and make sure it sounded right, because it was kind of sounding like real fucked up before I brought it to him. Saying,
Right.
but once I got into Banks, man, shit, they became hit songs. He produced half that first whole album. Him and EA Ski, man. That shit is.
And this kind of like goes into my next question, which is how do you feel, man, being that you saying that, and somebody that kind of that has common sense can kind of see what's going on, because now everything is just really on social media. You can kind of see really how everybody is actually really doing everybody, right? Some not so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you consider the music industry today?
Man, it's Q-Tip and Fife said it back in the day. It's record company rule number 4080. Record company people are shady, so you better watch your back because they think they smoke crack. I wouldn't doubt it. Look at how they act. They said that along, back in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On one of their first singles, and it's even worse now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, to the point to where I just record my music because I want to, record music. As far as it being a number one single and all of that shit and all of that, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I just record to record.
And you know what? I listened to your new album, man, and I gotta say, I listened to that one with Snoop Dogg and the one you had with Rest in Peace, Hussein Fatal. Those are two of my
Yeah,
favorite joints on that new album.
yeah. Platinum OG 2. It seemed to do really good. You know what I'm saying? Well, more well than expected. Way better than expected as far as us doing the marketing and promotion. But um we really didn't need marketing and promotion because we had platinum OGs on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, if we don't promote it, it might not do that. But shit, we put a little promotion in there, and it did way more than we expected it to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody on there. I can't even name all of the artists that's on there because it's really a platinum OG album. Like all the OGs on there, Dead and Alive. You know what I'm saying? As many as I can get on there that come through. Pimp C,
It's the love, man, and I like it how you keep it authentic, man, and you stay true to your word. I got another question for you. What do you consider your biggest accomplishment so far in your career?
Clarifying to the world that I'm an artist, that I'm capable of being able to um, drop good music, and as far as getting my fans to the point to where they satisfied. That's my biggest accomplishment to me. Satisfying my fans, making sure that when I drop some heat, it's some heat. It's some fire.
Right.
Long as that's good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But as far as platinum and gold plaques and stuff, and I got all of that, and the Source magazine cover was something big for me, even though these kids don't even really know what Source is, but back then that was like something real big for me back then. And doing this Drink Champs interview, this last Drink Champs interview with Nori, that was something big. And
Actually, I saw that. I saw that. That was a good show. I saw that.
yeah, being able to talk, but we didn't get to talk about my new album as much as I wanted to, or he didn't really go that deep with me, so and that was cool.
That was the reason why I reached out to you and brought you on this show. Because I'm a huge fan of Tupac's, right? And I was kind of listening to your interview when you said you had did that that the last song that I think that Tupac recorded was recorded with you, and I believe it was a song called Fame.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people try to debate it or whatever. And I'm just speaking on what I know. I ain't trying to debate with nobody. Maybe somebody else did record another song with him after that, but I know that day he died, we recorded that song. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So as far as if he recorded anything after that, after he caught the plane to Vegas and did all kind of shit and got dressed and all of that, if he recorded in between there, then hey, he's that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the last song I remember him recording, and it was with me, and that's the day he passed away. That's the
Right.
day he got shot out here in Vegas.
Yes. Rest in peace, Pac. And so I'm gonna ask you another kind of personal question. How do you balance your persona with your private life?
It's tricky. My daughters and my kids sometimes they had to get old enough and of age to actually understand who I am. My daughter sometimes hey dad, is that your friends? I'm like, no, they listen to daddy's music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come to her school and stuff. Um, and the janitor be like, hey, Spice won. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
That so that you on that topic because I remember you used to get picked up. I read an article that you used to get picked up by Too Short from school when you were in high school.
Yeah. He would come pick me up, and that was something cool. And I would tell my friends, Too Short coming to get me, and they'd be like, Too Short ain't coming to get you. Yeah, sure enough, he'll pull up, and I hop in that Burgundy Rich, or his little Benz, whatever he was driving, that was cool. It was fly just to do that. You know what I'm saying? I felt it kind of got me fired up. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey, so Spice, I'm gonna kind of get a little bit deeper. How do you use your platform to address social issues? I mean, how do you feel about that and about the climate of the way things are going today?
It's crazy because when you do music like that, it's like this audience ain't really into that shit like that. And I try to spit some welcome to the ghetto type shit, or something about us, about them giving all of the money to Ukraine, and then they can't even help the hurricanes, the hurricane victims out here in America. I speak on those issues, or I might want to speak on those issues, and it takes a person with an attention span longer than 3 seconds to listen to what I'm saying. Some people, these people today, they listen to the music for the beat. We used to listen to it to get something out of it. Yeah, so they just listen to it to dance to it and, shake their ass or pop their collar, whatever they gonna do. And that's cool too. There's songs for that. But I believe that the songs today are more, they more party songs, more in the club, bitch ain't shit, a nigga ain't shit type, so you can't get them to listen to no real hip hop or real gangster rap. So quote unquote, because it was always called gangster rap, but we know it's reality rap. You know what I'm saying?
Spice, how do you envision your legacy in the years to come?
I felt in the when I got off Jive, I was blacklisted. You know what I'm saying? Through the labels, through the industry. But the streets never blacklisted me. The streets always rock with me, so that went the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, the industry could blacklist me and blackball me all they want to, stop playing me on the radio, stop playing my videos, stop marketing, promoting my music and stuff like that, and stop putting me out there, like I didn't drop a album and go platinum by myself with no features, making history, hip hop history, as far as only other 2 or 3 people always done that. But I just kept on pushing because I knew the streets had my back. The music and the hip hop, I was like, that the industry could try to blackball me all they want to. Pac is gone. So that was a nice connection I had through the movies. Since Pac passed, every time he did a movie, a movie, he'd call me to the set and I'd come up there and meet a few cats, try to get into a few films and see how I go. Since I missed the role in Minister Society as O-Dog, I was trying to get something cracking. It's a lot of things happen in the industry that kind of put me to a point to where I couldn't make no moves. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I think the streets are gonna hold on to my legacy. The industry won't celebrate me, but the streets will celebrate me, and the industry is just kind of tolerating me right now. You know what I'm saying?
But the industry are no good without any artists. If there was no artists, would be no industry. But people, this is what people really gotta listen to and hold on to. Is just like you got the Bible, right? All they gonna need to do is listen to your words. Your words are the Bible, man. Your words are actual truth. And
Right.
to me, it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint to anybody's life that's trying to go somewhere.
Right. Well, it all come back to the reason I started doing the music anyway. I wasn't doing it to get money and be the richest motherfucker in the world and have all the money and look down on everybody else and say I got money and you don't. I wasn't doing it to do that. I did songs like "Welcome to the Ghetto," and I wanted to exploit real life in the streets and in the hood, basically to the point to where motherfuckers are scared straight, and they don't really want to do the shit. They don't want to be up in the streets like that. They don't want to be in juvenile hall. They don't want to be dealing with this or that. Look what I had to go through. Even if they didn't listen and they went through it, they'd sit there and be like, "Damn, I was listening to Spike's album, and he told me this shit would happen in that song." You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
I'll be that dude.
Yes, because you tell people all the time, like, look, you trying to be this tough guy, or you trying to go down this road, but this is not that's not who you are. You ain't built like that, right? And then you tell them, I say, you tell them like, and they tell, oh, I'm good, I'm good. But I'm telling you before you get there, what's gonna happen once you get there, because you were not cut from that kind of cloth.
Yeah, they say the streets ain't made for everybody. That's why they made sidewalks. So I happen to be, my characteristics happen to be, wanting to go to wanting to get money. And back then, when you a youngster and you dealing with this type of stuff, influences in your neighborhood by people that you look up to do this type of shit. You supposed to be, you trying to be the biggest drug dealer, biggest gangster motherfucker in the hood. This is back in the 80s and 90s. When all of this shit was starting. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing it to.
That leads me. That leads me to this question. I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that you had got shot, and how did, if that did happen, how did that change your life, and how did you view things after that happened?
It was hard to trust anybody after that. It kind of got to where damn, niggas will shoot me. Like, nigga, if a nigga really shoot me, like like shit. Well, and it's like, well, to the point to where shit. Well, I damn sure won't hesitate, knowing the motherfucker will shoot me. It changed my life like that, to it's the point like, well, shit, a nigga will shoot me. You know, motherfucker get out of pocket, or it get to the point to where, I feel threatened by a motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot his ass too. You know what I'm saying? And take the case or whatever the fuck I gotta do. Because a nigga will shoot me. Don't think everybody listening, don't think a motherfucker won't shoot you, man. Nigga will shoot you, man. And it could be a motherfucker that you kick it with, that just cross, just decide to cross game and backdoor you for no reason at all, just because that's in their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? And this is the shit that I have to deal with. I had to deal with growing up. This is the type of people I had to deal with growing up. I'm growing up in a city full of Suge Knights, type of motherfuckers that's trying to do the same shit Suge was doing with Death Row. I got a whole city full of these motherfuckers I'm dealing with. Ain't no Crips and Bloods out in the Bay. It's just niggas out there trying to dirty Mac you and backdoor you and get whatever they can get out of you. They wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? So it puts you in that same mind frame, especially after being shot.
So it leads to my question: why I'm really even started this platform. This platform I started, Spice, is because I'm trying to help the youth here in Las Vegas, right? And mental issues is something that's really like close to me. My son, he struggles with mental issues personally, and he has a dream to become, an NBA player, right? But he's making bad choices. What advice would you give to somebody, to young people who are struggling, but is actually trying to make a change in society?
It's like, well, don't be a follower. Be a leader. Like, do what you know is right. You know what I'm saying? You got a choice between right and wrong. Do the right thing. You go do what's right instead of doing what's wrong. Do something different than the last dude did or person did to destroy their whole shit. You go the other way. You know what I'm saying? It's so many examples out here for y'all to look at. Even examples how we fucked up back in the day, or anybody who you had to look to and watch them rise and fall. Then you gotta keep your antennas up and pay attention and see how to move. If this dude fell when he did that, then that ain't the way to go. Shit, and that's how you be original. You be a leader.
Yes, sir. So, Spice, tell us what some of the things that you got currently going on, and what else should we be looking for besides this new album?
Hopefully, some this tour coming up, this live band tour we've been working on. A lot of singles and videos I've been working on, just trying to stay pushing music out there. But as far as being independent, we pushing out. I just dropped a video, East Bay. We went out to the Bay, and me and Drew Down and Mr. Fab did that. That shit slapped. So I'm working on a few more songs. I got like, man, a whole album or two. Me and Sibo got an album we working on. Me and Corrupt got some stuff we working on. So I just been out here, actually putting my catalog together as far as what I want to drop on when I do drop my new album. Just trying. Me and Boosie and Lil Boosie and Sibo got one that's real nice. And then me and Corrupt and me and Corrupt got one that's nice. That's nice too. So man, just
Is that something that's actually out right now? Is that something that's going to be coming out here really soon?
look forward to it. The one with me and Corrupt should be out pretty soon. I just got the album cover to it. Once I might get on my get to hitting up my distributor today and get on my line and release it and get a release date and have one for you guys, and I'll post it on my IG, the release date for the song with me and Corrupt as soon as possible, because I just sent the cover in to the producer to say, show him what was cracking. You know what I'm saying? So once we get that done, yeah, look for that song. I'll probably release that one before the one with me and Lil Boosie and Sibo. So yeah, it's all gonna be on the album called Night Rider. I just been kind of pushing, trying to get it out there. So y'all stay tuned. Shit.
So now I mentioned that you got kids. So you being a father, how has that changed your outlook on how you raise your kids and what you allow them to do and what you expose them to?
It's crazy because we didn't get no handbook on how to raise them. It's like you just trying to raise them the best way you can, and how your parents raised you. and tell them to go to school, get an education. Two of my kids, three of my kids are mixed, and it's talking, to them about racial equality and racial discrimination and stuff like that. So I got four daughters and one son, and it's like, I'm trying to just raise them the best way I can. And I tell my daughters, just keep me out the penitentiary when it comes to you and your boyfriends and they older, so I just keep me at the penitentiary. I don't want to have to go. I'm here to protect you, solely to protect you, So if something happened, I got to get down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to deal with when it comes to that. So but all in all, I'm just really, you know, I love all my kids, and I'm happy they're here, and we all rock together. We do our thing, and birthdays and Christmases and all of that.
And I was reading an article when you talk about, when you went overseas, about how the love you had overseas compared to the love that you had here, where it all started, the grassroots. But it's like you had more love over there. It was more genuine than it was here. What do you think is the reason behind that?
We spoiled out here in the U.S. Like, we see entertainers and rappers, everybody. We see everybody all the time. They don't see us a lot, They just see us on TV. So when we pop up constantly, they're like, "Whoa, okay." They know a Black American when he in a country just by way he talking. It's never been. I didn't never get no discrimination. I never got into it. The cops in Australia actually pulled us over, and I had a gang of weed. And I told them who I was, and they figured it out and let us go. And they just took the weed and drove, left. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa, that was, you know what I'm saying? I never had no crazy stuff happen to me out there. So it was all love. Even in Japan, it was a lot of love out there. I want to stay out there longer, but the difference is that they don't see you, so they really happy to see you when they do. You know what I'm saying?
So I got one final question before we wrap all this up. Who is the person that you would consider you had your best feature with, and if they're still living, or if they're still living or not, or obviously not living, you can't do it again. But if they're still living, do you have something to work with that individual?
Yeah. I think the most memorable features is that I have is would probably be I got five on it. And that's with the whole Bay and me and the Loonies and Richie Rich and 40, and that's kind of like the most, except for the ones with Tupac, you know what I'm saying? But and eight, but the one that stands out the most is the I got five on it, because everybody knows that. So when I sing that at the show, it ain't like wherever I sing that at. If they don't know that song, then they don't need to be in the building and shit.
No, I hear you. Yeah, that's facts right there for sure. Yeah, that was a street anthem right there.
Yeah.
I just want to say, hey, Spice, before we get out, I want to say a huge thank you for blessing the platform. I want to let everybody know that he's a huge influence in the hip hop industry. He's a trailblazer, and just make sure you show this man a lot of love and give him some support. So again, thank you, Spice. I appreciate you.
Love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna keep on pushing. As long as I know y'all listening, I'm gonna keep pushing the line. You already know.
No, we definitely listening, man. It's real talk.